Live. Look at that. Look at
Sounds
that
good.
beautiful table. Look at that beautiful dungeon. Oh, Mr. Jeske is in for it today. The monsters are hungry. Hey, everybody. This is Dave here at Pulp Alley. We're going to go live here in just a few minutes. Did you turn your audio, the YouTube audio down? I think I heard you turn it down. Hey, Vern, do you have your headphones in?
Oh, good point. Yeah, so I'm hearing you fine on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm hearing me fine through your YouTube channel too. So make sure your YouTube is. See, test. Okay, that sounds good. Can you still hear me okay, Vern?
I can hear you great on Messenger, and I can hear you on YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and mute YouTube.
Thank you.
And we're not doubling up.
All right, so let's get a sound check, boys and girls out there that are listening. We're going to be going live officially here in a couple minutes. So if you could please give us, holy cow, happy Father's Day to everybody. Happy Father's Day to Emergency Override, Mr. Greenhill, Dave Lowe, Alan Shakes from Australia, Telemachus from, where's he at? Is he in Greece? We have Sean Hudson. We have Eric, Tony Cullen, E.S. Taylor. E.S. Taylor has been doing some cool short videos, a lot of them kind of talking about a Pulp Alley project that he has going. Really interesting, cool stuff. Edward Hooper. David Meisner, my neighbor, is on here. Chris Austin, very nice. Thank you for joining us today, Chris. Not Greece, but close, Pennsylvania. Oh, that's weird. You must have got lost. Could have sworn Telemachus was in Greece. I'd have laid good money on it. Red Mist. Happy Father's Day to you. Lord Grumpus. Yay. Thank you so much, guys, for joining today. This is going to be a fun game. This is the Tomb. You know, this harkens back to old Dungeons and Dragons, doesn't it? I bet you, how many of you played Dungeons and Dragons? I think that was my very first foray into possibly like, oh gosh, you know, that goes back to what? Like 1980s? Early 80s, maybe 79. It would be hard to remember exactly. Probably 79 or 80 when we started playing Dungeons and Dragons. So, what? Hey, everybody, look, it's Bessie. So this is almost like a throwback to that sort of deal, isn't it? This is a dungeon adventure. Basically, it's a tomb. Now, Minerva is a good old tomb robber from way back. Mm-hmm. That's her thing. Is she just loves to rob those tombs when she can. So that's kind of what this is all about here. Are we official? Are we live yet? We are. All right, I'm gonna get one more drink. Glad you guys could join us today. If you played D&D, Tony Cullen, 1976, yes, 1970s, he says, late 70s, yeah. First game was in 82, Edward Hooper. Man, we played the heck out of D&D, didn't we?
Oh, sure.
What'd you say?
I said, oh, sure.
Oh, sure. Have you never played D&D? No. Do you want to? You want to play D&D sometime? Okay, I'll take that as a yes.
I
Be strong. Say no.
Hey everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and we are playing a live game of Pulp Alley today. This is China Station scenario number 9-ish, somewhere in there. I don't really know what number it is, but it's fairly late
Number 9.
in the campaign. What did you say, Vern?
Number 9.
He says it's number 9, so I'm going to take his word for it. So this is a single league scenario. You can either play it solo and just, using the solo rules, or the style that we're doing it for today is I'm actually acting as the game master and I'll be controlling the baddies. But most of the stuff is just part of the scenario. So it's kind of triggered just as you go through it. A big thank you to all of you guys out there that supported our Kickstarter. We really, really do appreciate that. And all of you folks that jumped over to the Pulp Alley online store and ordered stuff. Unfortunately, we ran out of a lot of stuff. We ran out of a lot of stuff, and now it may be a couple of weeks to try and get some of those orders filled. So just really appreciate your patience with that. Let's see. What else should we go over? We ready to just get started?
Yeah.
Let's just get started. We have Mr. Vern Jeske all the way from California today. Look at his happy smiling face here. Very cool. All right. Let's send it to Action Cam. Look right there. There's a Bessie, boys and girls. Look right there. There's a Bessie, big and bold. And then we have the Mr. Vern Jeske over here with weird lighting crisscrossing across his face. I don't know if I can. There we go. There we go. Look at the Vern.
Yay.
Look at the Vern with his coat of arms in the background there. The Jeske clan. A bunch of ne'er-do-wells if I ever seen any. All right, there he is.
Yeah.
Here's the tomb. Here's the tomb. You know what? I might need a little bit of a riser today. What do you think? Should we?
Change the focus.
Oh, I need to change the focus too. Okay. Just a moment while we make some technical adjustments here. So I want to change the focus to about a 45, right about there. Hey, look at that. That looks lovely. So the idea as you go through this tomb, and I'll just explain it a little bit to everybody as you go through here. Vern starts here in the entry room. And then he needs to go through, I guess it's about 4 different encounter rooms, which are marked by these blue tokens. 2, 3, 4, and then he will finally make it to the final challenge room, which is right here. Every time he enters one of these minor challenge rooms, the first character that enters it will have to draw one of the infamous yellow cards. So we don't even know what's in that room, and I love that part of it. We don't, he can't plan for, I'm going to send my guy that's good at picking locks in there, You just have to take your lumps and send somebody in there to find out what's going on and hope that they don't, just turn into a fine mist of red. We've drawn cards. Vern is the director, and we are going to kick things off. Who are you going to activate, Vern?
Well, let me think about that for a moment. I think I'll go first.
Okay.
And if we could have Minerva go ahead and into the first room there.
Sending in the big guns. Look at Minerva. Good mother Minerva, taking care of her low-level fellas, and she'll lead the way. So as soon as she enters the room, boys and girls, it is yellow card time. There are 9 yellow cards lying out here. This is 1. This is 10. Sorry, this is 9. And I'll re-roll if I get a 10. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So what is up in that room? It is a barrier. And I don't think I mentioned that, but you cannot leave a challenge room until the challenge is completed. So in other words, just because she walked in there and found out what's going on, the other guys now cannot just simply run through it unless the challenge is defeated or at least temporarily deactivated. So it says here,
Right.
action, 2 successes with might. So what I think what that could be, Vern, is some sort of gate or portcullis or something blocking the way here.
Yeah.
We're going to call it, we're going to say it's on the blue button. So does she want to go ahead and move up to the action point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she moves up to it. And now she's going to have to roll 2 successes with might.
2
What's
die
her might?
8. Wow.
2 die 8. You're going to have to get both of these, Vern. You're going to have to get both
Dave,
of these.
No, Dave. You're going to have to get both of those.
Oh.
Yeah, it's on you,
Put
right?
all the pressure on me.
No pressure.
I don't think
Yeah.
so. Boom. Oh, I did it.
Here it is.
Doggone it. I was hoping to keep you tied up in there. All right. So that means
Good job, Dave.
Minerva goes in there. She gets open I think she may have picked the lock. That's what's happened there. She's a little sneaky about that stuff. And now officially that barrier is broken. The barrier is broken and the point is gone. And now that ends her activation, but everybody else can keep moving. Who's next?
All right. That was the plan. Okay, if we could have Ramjeet, how far can he go? Of course, we can only go 6 inches, right? Okay, so 6 inches towards the next door.
Okay, that'll get him right up to the next door. Yep, that'll get him right up to the next doorway. And then
But not quite in?
Not in, nope.
Okay.
And then the others go right up there with him.
Yeah, we'll have Larry, Curly, and Mo move up with him.
All right. Right there to support Ramjeet in case anything goes wrong. And that ends turn number 1. This is a 9-turn scenario. At the start of the next turn, Vern gets a card. His card is called Stumble. And my card is called I'm All Right. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
No, you don't need that one.
That's some candy.
You don't need that.
So we're giving the dungeon has its own hand of cards, basically. So, good. Thank you. So,
like it needed its own
as we
bunch of
start
cards.
turn number 2, who are you going to activate?
We will start with, we'll go with Minerva again.
Okay, Minerva, she can get in there. So as soon as she enters, look at him. He doesn't want to lose his little wimpy guys. See, if it was
Not
me,
yet.
I'd be sending those wimps in there to scout the way.
I've heard rumors about this too. We might need them a little bit later.
Yes, that's true. Don't believe everything you hear, kid.
That's true.
Okay, so she comes into the room. As soon as she does, she's going to get, what is it, boys and girls? A yellow card. There are 8 yellow cards lying here. This is 1, this is 8, and the card you get is 3. 3 says poison darts. Now you're in for it. Poison darts, you're going to have to roll 2 successes with cunning or might. I guess you want to use your might again.
Yeah, right. We've already used that once. We're going to go ahead and use cunning on this one.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Now, this is an interesting challenge here, boys and girls, and I want to show you something that's cool about this one. Here is his roll. He only needs 2 successes. He has 3 die 10. 3 die 10. Let's see it. Oh, and he got it. A 7 and a 10.
Right
he makes his 2 successes. Now, this is something interesting about this challenge, though. And what it does is turn this card face down until the end of the turn, and you can continue your activation. So that ends. She disarmed the trap, right? She disarms the trap, but it is not destroyed. Instead, it just becomes face down, and it will reactivate at the start of the next turn. So you could continue your activation just like a normal peril that did not end your activation. So are you going to continue?
Yeah, we'll go our move, finish our move.
So the dungeon here is filled with about 1 foot to 18 inches of water. The entire dungeon is filled with water. And that's what slows him down and also makes it kind of perilous because you don't really know what's underneath that water. So are you going to enter the next, continue her activation and move into the... Oh, no. How far did she move?
Yeah, she moved about 3
inches.
inches already, yeah.
So all she could do is get to the doorway.
Yeah.
Okay. All she can do is get to the doorway. So she will actually have to face the poison darts again.
Yep. Again.
All right, who's next?
Ramjeet.
Okay. If he wanted to, he could go all the way into the next room.
Well, let's do that then.
Remember, the poison darts are shut off. So even though there were poison darts in here, they are deactivated because Minerva was able to shut them off, but only until the end of the turn. So Ramjeet sloshes through the water in the darkness, and he comes into the next encounter area. And as soon as he enters, boys and girls, it's yellow card time. And I still have 7 yellow cards sitting here. Well, this is 1.
Oh, boy.
This is 7. 7. Come on, give me some candy. There we go. Denizen, fight. Okay, so we have a monster on the table, boys and girls. You encounter a hostile denizen, place a level 2 denizen in contact with this character and resolve the fight. Now that that monster is on the table, he will stay there. So he comes up out of the water, a splash, and all of a sudden the creature is on top of Ramjeet. Comes up out of the water.
So your denizen is activating right now, right?
No, that is not correct, sir. This is still your activation. He was trying to hit me with an unseen peril. I know what he was doing.
That's right. You know it. You know it.
Trying to get me with an unseen peril. This is still your activation.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and clobber him with our with Ramjeet here.
Okay, Ramjeet, I think you got 3 die 8 to brawl with. Is that what you're going to brawl me with?
Correct.
That ain't going to be enough, sir, because I have 3 die 6 of monster beatdown coming at you. 3 die 6 of monster beatdown. I'm also armored and monstrous and blah 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 aquatic. Okay, so that's all that I'm going to have right now. So 3 die 8 versus 3 die 6, and here we go. The fight is on. Ramjeet. Oh my gosh, Ramjeet, you got a 7 and 2 4s. My little monster did not get a single thing. That means you're going to get to say total crushing. You're going to hit me with 3 hits.
And he gets an extra dice for armored?
That is correct.
Yeah.
But instead of rolling, I'm going to use my I'm all right. And just say, the powers of Dagon protect me. And my monster is not going away. He will remain right where he is. All right, Ramjeet. Now what are you going to do?
Now what is he going to do? All right. Well, that's going to be it for Ramjeet. So,
it is.
Yep.
Now, when you activate your other fellows, they're going to have to deal with horror because I am a horrific monster. They do not understand what's going on here. So one of your guys is going to have to activate next. We'll say.
Okay, let's go with Larry. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Kadeem will activate, and he will have to roll a horror check. He needs a 4 or better, and
Come on,
makes
Larry.
it. He was not
Yay.
injured.
So he'll go as far forward as he can.
He could get all the way there. He can get
Can he?
the way. Yep. He's got 6 inches, so he can make it.
Well, then he'll go ahead. He'll go ahead and attack the denizen then.
All right. You are rolling 3 dice 6, and my monster's rolling 3 dice 6. Here is 3 dice 6 for your fellow. You got a 5 and a 4. Here's 3 dice 6 for my fellow.
That's right. And he's got moxie, doesn't he?
Nope.
What does he have? What does he have that makes it so he can be so nasty?
I just cheated. I just gave him lots of dice because I'm mean.
Okay.
He's an animal, Vern.
Oh, he is an animal. All right.
You got a 5 and a 4, and the monster got 2 4s. How dangerous are you going to play it? You see that, boys and girls? Vern's going to have to make a choice here. Is he willing to risk his life, or is he going to play it safe? What would you do? What would you do?
Let's see. We're going to go ahead and block them both.
Okay. The only reason I'm going to mention this is because you don't have another character that's going to be able to get on my monster. However, my monster is going to have to activate and will probably be KO'd because he's going to have to fight Ramjeet and the guy again. So blocking is not a bad idea.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought.
Okay.
We'll stick with the blocking.
He's going to play it safe here, and he's going to take out both of the monster's hits. So no damage gets through. Now,
all right.
The other 2 guys, when they activate, they will also have to roll horror checks. Here is
all right. Come on,
Taklo.
Curly. Come on, Mo.
Taklo is not bugged. What is going on here? Come on, let me get something on somebody. Ujarak. Ujarak gets a green card. Yay, Ujarak. Yay, Ujarak.
What did he get?
Yay, Ujarak. Horror card says, on the edge.
Uh-oh.
He's got a +1 to his dodge. He's got a +1 to his finesse, but he cannot shoot, which he could not shoot anyway. So that actually kind of helped.
Oh, that works
out,
just right.
On it.
Yeah.
That's Ujarak.
Yeah.
Right on. Way to go, Ujarak.
I'm sorry. I should have had you move Taklo when I activated him.
That's all right.
Where was Taklo going?
He was going as far forward as he could.
Okay. So 6 inches gets you to here.
Yeah.
And so that then Ujarak can continue his activation, and that'll get him up here as well. Look at that. He's got a bottleneck. You're not going to get past my monster. Man, I wish I had that. I'm all right now. Okay, so here we go with monster fight. The monster's already been in 2 fights, so he's only down to 1 dice to fight with. So that's what he will roll, and he will put it against the weaker of the 2.
Okay.
That means Ramjeet will be fighting with 2 die 8 because he's already been in a fight, and Kadeem will be fighting with 2 die 6. And I'm going to do the Kadeem fight first.
Okay.
I'm going to use the black dice for the monster, and here we go. So, monster got nothing, Kadeem gets 1, and the monster will roll a health check. Although the monster only was hit 1 time, he is armored, so he's going to roll 2 dice and take the best one. Neither of them are a success, and the monster goes down. In this scenario, one of the special rules for the denizens is when a monster goes down, they are immediately KO'd. So the monster is removed from the table, and it disappears back under the water.
All right.
That ends the turn. You don't have any.
You will come back no more.
Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's on his way back. So that ends the turn. You're running out of time.
Yeah.
The monster, or the room is active again. The darts are now active, and I got 3 characters sitting in my dart room. And
we'll start with Minerva.
Oh, this one is gone.
Draw cards.
Draw cards. Here is for Vern. Vern drew an out of ammo. Oh, I love the cards you're getting.
Oh, great.
And I draw another uncanny. That's nice. Okay. Vern, you are starting turn number 3 in my Dungeon of Doom, the Dungeon of Dagon. And what are you going to do? Who's activating first?
Yeah, we're going to have
do you have a good
Minerva activate to deal with turn off the darts again.
See, if she can shut off the darts again, that means Taklo and Ujurak are going to be safe and will be able to scurry out of the room. If she blows this, though, who knows what will happen. We have 2 successes with cunning or might is required to shut this off. You want to use your might this time?
No, we'll save that for later. We're saving our strength.
Cunning, 3 die 10, and she shuts it off. The darts are no more. Yay. And she can continue her activation.
Okay.
6 inches will not.
So yeah, let's have her.
Room.
No, so move her forward as far as she can, and.
Okay, so she'll get up to there. Who's next?
And we'll go with Ramjeet next.
Okay, Ramjeet can go all the way into the next encounter area.
Let's do that.
Okay, so 6 inches gets him into the next room. And that means it is yellow card time. I have 6 cards left. 6 cards, boys and girls. Let's see what it is. 2 is tentacles. It is a peril. It is a peril. Look at this, boys and girls.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't a sentinel yet. So
I know, doggone it. That's what I need. Tentacles come up out of the water.
Oh, look at that.
Tentacles come up out of the water and are going to strangle the life out of Ramjeet.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, well,
that sounds so bad that he's going to go ahead and use his might and deal with that.
Okay, might or finesse. So he's using his might, and he has 3 die 8 in might. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I don't feel like that's going to be enough.
It's enough.
You may be right.
I feel like that's going to come up a little short. He needs 2 successes to strangle the tentacles and make them go back. Oh, and he does. Doggone it. My monsters are failing me. Come on, monsters. This card, turn this card face down until the end of the turn and continue your activation. The tentacles are in that room and they will come back at the start of next turn. Oh, yes. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see in there. Okay. All right. Now that was his entire move. Yeah, that was his whole 6-inch move right there. So who's next?
Let's go with Larry, then Curly, and then Mo. Let's have them all move up.
So Kadeem is not quite going to get out of the room. He's going to be still in this room. And that means the other 2 as well will not quite get out of the room. They will not quite get out of the room as they try to continue through the dungeon. Oh, harkens back to Dungeons and Dragons here. Okay.
Yeah.
So that ends the turn.
Does Ujurak want to roll to get rid of his sword? Can he do that?
Yes.
Yeah, does he have to do that?
He does not. That is voluntary. You don't have to. And since it is kind of pumping him up a little bit right now, it's actually giving him more of an advantage than a disadvantage. You do not have to shake off the effect.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep it for now.
Okay, you bet. I think it's a good idea. And then we end that turn. We draw cards. Come on, give him another bad one. Just reward.
A what? Just reward.
Just reward, sir. I have given him the worst possible card.
I get to be the director? Oh, cool.
Oh, and I drew a sucker punch. Oh, yeah, that's what we like to see. That's what we like to see.
Oh, great.
The dungeon gets the good stuff. All right. Vern, we are starting turn number 4. And
oh boy,
the tentacles are back in play.
They're back.
The tentacles
so let's have
are back.
Minerva go in and
Okay.
deal with them this time.
All right. So she has a 6-inch move. It's going to take about 2 inches to get into the room. So if she deals with them, she has another 4 inches. That's why I'm saying
Right.
that. So she gets in there. Let's reposition the camera for the boys and girls at home. What do you say we give them another view here? How about that one? You want to give me back action view? That looks cool.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, there's an emergency exit right there. Oh, we could leave.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. As Minerva comes into the room, she needs to roll 2 successes with might or finesse. I assume she's going to use her finesse. And here is your roll.
She's saving her strength.
She needs 2 successes, and she gets it very easily. So my tentacles are forced back under the water. No more tentacles. All right, who's going to activate next?
All right, let's have, well, she gets to move forward another 4 inches.
Yes.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Coming around the corner. About getting pretty close to the next. I think you can see that. She's about halfway down that next hallway. Okay, who's next?
Okay. And then we'll have Ramjeet and their
he will not
3.
make it out of the room.
No, go as far as he can.
Those guys will come up right behind him.
Yep.
Oh, Vern, you're just rolling through this. This is too easy. This is just way too easy.
Well, yeah. I've heard rumors about.
I was going to ask you this. What made you decide to use Minerva on this one? Give me,
well, I needed a little more cannon fodder than was provided with. Yeah, and also I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want the Dundees to deal with this. This is more along Minerva's line.
It is. This is exactly what she's well known as a tomb robber. So that's kind of her thing. So just for everybody out there, Verd had as our guest player for the week, Verd had a choice between the 2 leagues to decide which one that he wanted to play. So it was interesting that he picked Minerva. I think the Dundees could have done quite well in this because although they are just 3 characters, they have just 3 fairly powerful characters, so they would deal with this sort of stuff very easily. Does that end that turn?
I think so.
Yeah, I believe so.
That turn. Yep. So we will be starting turn number 5. Vern gets another useless card. Let's see what it is. A trip up. You got a trip up, Vern. Add that to your pile of useless cards.
Yeah.
And then I get a bad luck. I almost feel bad about using that, but I will.
Oh, you will you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
And Vern, you are starting turn number 5. Who is going to go into the room of doom?
The room of doom. That will be, we're going to go ahead and go in with Minerva.
Okay. So she will just barely make it in. And this room is slightly different.
First off, hold on. We've got to deal with the tentacles first. Yeah. Yep. So she'll do a finesse roll to calm them down.
Active. I don't think she's going to make it this time. She needs 2 successes, and your luck has just run out.
Oh, boy, don't say that.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use my bad luck when you activate, just to get one of your cards at random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 7 cards over there. Bessie, pick out card number 4. It's his stunned.
Oh, so is it a random one that you pull? Yep. Okay.
Stunned is what you lost.
Okay.
I was really wanting to get something else, but you have so many useless cards over there that I couldn't hardly avoid getting a bad one.
And whose fault is that?
You know.
All right.
You know what? And that's one of the reasons why I encourage people to have abilities that allow you to burn your cards. There are a lot of abilities that you could take for your characters that allow you to use cards that are relatively useless in your hand to power your abilities. Minerva's League does not have one of those, though. All right, here is your roll for the tentacles. You need 2 successes. I think I can get that to land right there, probably. Doggone it. You got it. 2 successes. All right, the tentacles are deactivated for the rest of the turn.
All
and
right.
That's going to allow you to get everybody into the room.
Yeah.
So, Minerva.
And there's nothing that happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that happens when we enter this room. We have to go to the statue,
You are correct. And none of your characters are going to be close enough to get to the statue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you want these guys to be arranged in there, so I'll just kind of put them
You're doing good. Now, do any of them have to do there's no horror to deal with in here yet?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
No, I don't remember there being anything like that. All right. Now he has made it to the I feel bad that I didn't even get to kill off any of his fodder, but he was really careful by sending Minerva through as the leader each time. He kind of thwarted my attempts to take out his wimpy guys.
She had a map.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. So this starts turn number 6.
All right.
You only have 3 turns left. I think he's going to pull it off this turn. He probably doesn't even need that.
I don't know about that.
Let's draw cards. Let me give you another useless one, and it is called Clear Shot. Actually, that might be useful. Doggone.
That could be handy.
That could actually be handy. And I got a sidestep, which is useless. Okay. All right. Who's going to do this? So now this is a perilous area around this statue. The blue button is what you have to. That's the action point. But you're going to have to enter this perilous area to attempt the button.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's go ahead and have Minerva do that.
Okay. Instead of drawing a random challenge card when entering the area, carry my intended follower when they are in contact with the marker. See final challenge. The area within 3 inches is perilous. In addition, all characters suffer a -1 penalty to brawl, shoot, and dodge when they are within 3 inches of the marker. Okay.
Well, that's no good.
To brawl, shoot, and dodge when you're within 3 inches of this marker. So it's actually bigger than that orange area is showing. I might actually need to back you up just some of these guys a little bit within 3 inches of that marker. Make sure they're back far enough. So Minerva activates and she's going in to take care of it. So when she activates and starts moving towards it, that means she's going to hit a random perilous area. And here is the perilous area that she's going to have to deal with. 2 with cunning or might. 2 with cunning or might.
Okay, we'll go with the cunning, I believe.
In cunning. Yeah. 3 die 10 in cunning. And she failed it, boys and girls. And she's going to take 2 hits. 2 hits on D10s. And something comes up out of the water. A tentacle comes up out of the water. And she is not injured. But guess what, boys and girls? That ended her activation.
Yep.
Now what are you going to do? You are running out of time.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and have Ramjeet go next.
Okay. Ramjeet activates it. He starts moving towards the... and as soon as he gets within 3 inches, he will have to take a random peril. The random peril that he'll have to face is 1 with might. Oh, doggone it. That's too easy. Come on. Give me 3 failures right here.
See.
3 failures. Oh, well, I got 2 failures. But he needed 1 success, and you got past it. You got past it. Now,
all right,
you can continue your activation. Now you're up to my button. Now it's a plot point, and you're going to have to face another peril. There's something in the water. One more success with might. This is too easy. This is too easy. And here is his roll for his might. Oh, sorry about that, Ramy. And he gets past the peril. But then the plot point is listed on the card itself.
Yeah.
And it says you need to roll 3 successes with might, finesse, or cunning. What's it gonna be? Might, finesse, or cunning?
Yeah, for him, it's going to have to be his might.
He's going to try and pull the.
Or he could use it. He could use his cunning. You know, they're both the same. So
okay, all right, all right. He needs 3 successes. Let's see what he gets. And he does not. He gets 1 success. That is not enough. And because you failed, what does it say here? What when you fail that?
A monster shows up.
You are correct. If you fail to resolve the puzzle, which is pulling the idol off of the statue there, all player characters in the room take 1 hit. In addition, place a level 3 sentinel in contact with that character and resolve the fight. So a level 3 monster comes up out of the pit, out of the pit. You know what? We have a health check for all 3 of your guys.
And then we'll have a horror check for 4 of them.
Everybody in the room. Everybody in the room will have to roll a 1 dice health check. And
then they'll also have to do a horror check for each of them but Minerva.
When they activate. When they activate.
Oh, okay, got it.
So here is for Ramjeet. This is his 1 dice health check. And he failed it, boys and girls. Oh, you were lured into the trap.
Yeah.
This is a death room of doom. And Ramy is injured, and the monster is about to finish him off. Now, here are for your 3 fellows. We'll just roll for all 3 of them simultaneously. Let's see how many of them are not hurt. 1 remains standing, and the other 2 go down. Blip, blip. And Minerva has to roll a health check. Here's her health check. And she failed as well, boys and girls. Oh.
Goodness.
Oh, the carnage. The carnage.
Yeah. Oh, my.
Now the fight is on. This isn't even over. This is still, by the way, this is still Ramjeet's activation. So, Ramy, you're going to roll your 3 die 8. Oh, 3 die 8 to fight this creature.
Is he still at 8?
He is still at 8s, boys and girls.
Yeah,
the reason Ramy is still at 3 die 8s is because he has muscles of steel. So his brawl and might are not lowered by injuries.
Right.
Hey, boys and girls, also, I want to remind you that Ramjeet did roll 1 success when he attempted that, and that counts. So I'm going to put this card out there. This is the final challenge. All they have to do is do this, and they win the whole game. And I'm going to put a button on there to help us remember that he has rolled 1 success. It won't help because I'm about to eat his face, which is what's going to happen right now. So my sentinel is rolling 4 die 8. 4 die 8, boys and girls. Here is for Ramy, though. Here's for Ramy. He's got 3 die 8 to fight the monster. Oh, I'm sorry, Vern. Did I not give you the choice to dodge? You could dodge this if you wanted to.
No, we're not dodging.
Okay, he's going for blood. No. Ramy gets no successes at all. Nothing.
How did this happen?
Not a single success, and now the monster eats his face. 4 die 8. 4 die 8 for the monster, gets 3 successes, and Ramy is going to have to roll a 3 dice health check. right here. I'm going to eat me some ramen.
No.
Here it is. 3 successes?
And 6s, too.
No successes. Rom is down.
Wow.
Just like that, boys and girls.
Wow.
The dungeon strikes back. Just like that. You still have one character that has not activated, and that's this fellow here.
Okay. Sheesh.
When he activates, he'll have to roll a horror check.
Yeah. Now, who is that, by the way? Is that our
I don't know.
hero
on
is
the
that
edge?
Uzrak with?
How about if we just do it randomly? Can we do it random? So if I roll a 1 or a 2, if I roll a 1 or a 2, it's that guy.
Okay.
It is not. He is. He is. We'll say it's Kadeem that went down. Who is that?
It's Uzrak.
That's Uzrak. Uzrak is the one that has it. So he's the one that's down right now. Okay. So when he activates, he'll have to roll a horror check. Here's his horror check, and he fails that, so he gets a horror card. Yes.
Oh man.
Something good.
Yes. Yeah. Indeed. It's another on the edge. What the heck? Come on.
So who's that? Is that Kadeem?
That's Taklo.
Taklo?
Oh my gosh, that stinks. Boo! Boo! I think Bessie's over there stacking the deck. I gotta keep an eye on her. All right.
Thanks, Bessie. I appreciate your help there.
What's Taklo gonna do?
Well, he's gonna go ahead and charge the thing.
Okay, I'm gonna remind you.
Oh, hold up. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what are you gonna remind me of?
I'm going to remind you that my monster is inside a perilous area. So to reach my monster, you're going to have to roll, and you're going to have a -1 to your brawling and your dodging.
Okay. And what does on the edge give him?
Gives you +1 dodge and +1 finesse.
Okay.
So, if you got actually could help you avoid the peril and possibly tie up the monster if you could make him because right now if you leave my monster free, my monster is going to activate and is going to walk over here and eat Minerva's face. You got to tie up my monster, don't you? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'll squish Taklo. He's no match for my monster.
Don't you touch him.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and attempt to charge him.
Oh my gosh. He's going in, boys and girls. Peril first. As soon as he gets within 3 inches of the temple of the idol, he's going to have to roll. He feels fluid begin to fill his lungs as he gets close to the statue. And the peril is 1 with cunning. 1 with cunning. You have 1 dice in cunning. Or
I do.
Or you could try to dodge.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and dodge.
If you dodged it right now, you're in a good position because you've actually managed to make yourself closer to the monster than Minerva is. So that'll still keep Minerva safe.
Right.
Okay, so he's going to use his dodge. Remember that, boys and girls, you can always use dodge.
And that ends his activation then,
yes,
right?
It will. It will end his activation.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and dodge.
Okay, here it is. Here is my dodge. Here is my dodge. Here is your dodge. I don't think you're going to make it, though. You need 1 success, and you did it. So you were not drowned. And that ends your activation. And now my monster gets to eat some more face. When I activate my character, is there any card that you would like to play?
Let's go ahead and use Parley right now.
Yep. So Minerva has a trick up her sleeve. She pulls an amulet perhaps out of a pouch and holds it up, and the monster all of a sudden is locked up and is not going to be able to fight. So no one can fight or rush for the rest of the turn. The monster will just remain about 1 inch away from Taklo, because it cannot rush him. And that will end the turn. We have 3 recovery checks to roll. 3 recovery checks. And here we go for the first recovery check. Vern, who is this for? You have
that is for
Ujarak or Kadim. I'm sorry.
We'll start with Minerva.
This is for Minerva. And she passes.
Yay!
She's no longer injured. She is no longer injured. Who's this one for? You have Ramjeet.
That's Ramjeet. Uh-huh.
He is gone.
Yeah, he gets to re-roll. Oh,
He gets a re-roll? Where did he? What? Where did you come up with these rules? And his re-roll says he's still gone. Okay. Ramjeet deserts Minerva.
That's no good.
2 fellows left. So we'll say this is for Kadim. Kadim is gone. Where's he there? And here is for Ujarak. Ujarak, who is on the edge, stands up.
Wow.
Look at all he has left, boys and girls. Look at all he has left. And we are starting turn number 7. He is running out of time. Here are the cards for this turn. Here is for Vern. He draws and he gets a distraction. That's not going to help you. And I get a... Oh, you actually do have an unseen peril. I get a focus. That's interesting. Okay. Vern, you could win it right here. All you have to do is walk up to the button and push it. That's easy peasy.
That's right.
Lemon squeezy right there.
Yeah.
That's all about.
Well, I've got to deal with the peril.
Is that what you're going to do?
I have to deal with the peril
her first? Okay.
Yeah.
Although my monster causes horror, he is only level 3 and she is level 4. She's seen this sort of thing before, and so she is not bugged by the horror. She will have to face a random peril when she activates. 1 success is all you need with might, finesse, or cunning. 3 die 10?
Yep.
Okay, here it is. You only need 1. You got it. No surprise there.
All right.
So if she gets past the peril, she can now approach my button. Okay.
And deal with the next peril.
Next peril. Did I mention that the room is beginning to fill with water at this point? Did I mention? I don't know if I mentioned that, but it feels
you didn't mention that. Yeah.
It feels as if the room is beginning to fill with water. You need 1 success now with cunning or might. The water level is rising in the room. Here is her peril check, and she passes that. No problem. Now, to complete the final challenge, she needs to roll 2 more successes with might, finesse, or cunning. I guess she's using finesse. I don't know. Is there a difference?
No.
Yeah, she can. One or the other of those, finesse or cunning, will work.
All right.
Yeah,
So you
maybe a combination.
All right. Maybe using 1 dice of finesse and 2 dice of cunning. So here we go.
Sure, why not? How about 6 total?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I add them together? You only need 2 of these to be successes. Boys and girls, if you haven't already, please take a moment and make sure you click that like and subscribe button. Vern needs 2 successes here to win the game, and he does not! He does not get 2 successes, boys and girls! He only rolls 1 success. Rolls 1 success. And what happens, boys and girls, when you fail that challenge?
Oh, well, let's take that hit.
When you fail that challenge, every character in the room takes a hit, and another sentinel comes in.
Oh, that's just great. That's
and
just
it is
great.
Standing on top of Minerva.
No.
All right, here we go.
Oh, great.
Every character in the room
man.
takes a health check. Here is for Minerva. Minerva is okay. Here is for Ujarok, who is back here. He is down. And here is for Taklo, who is standing here. And he is okay. And Taklo is the only character you have left standing. So I'm not saying it's a good idea, but Taklo could come over here and try the plot point.
That's a thought. Yeah.
And by the way, I just want to make sure you understand this. If he fails it, another sentinel appears.
I know. Yeah, that's something I have to think about, isn't it? All right. As the room is filling with water.
As the room is filling with water.
Yeah.
So close. So close. That
okay,
was just...
so he hasn't activated yet. Hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So he'll go ahead and see what he can do about getting the plot point.
As soon as he activates, he gets a horror check because there are monsters that want to eat his face in the room, and he is nothing but a little Taklo, and he fails. Okay, just cannot keep drawing on the edge the whole time. The card is Madness. You must discard one fortune card when you activate this character. If you cannot discard, then the opponent takes control of him.
Well, thank goodness I have a collection of cards to work with here.
Want to get rid of that out of ammo?
Sure, why not?
Okay, out of ammo is gone. All right, Taklo, you are already in a perilous area. Are you going to try and move towards the peril?
Yep.
Okay, here is the peril. It is 2 with cunning or might, and he is not going to be able to do that.
No.
So he will have to try to dodge it. He's got 3 dice or 4 dice in dodge.
Yeah.
4 dice in dodge? Yeah.
No, 3. Only.
Plus 1.
Plus
he
1
has...
because it is on the edge.
Oh, right. Thank you, Bessie.
Yeah, so 4 dice, and he needs 2, and he avoids taking any damage from the peril. But that does end his activation. And now my monsters will eat face. Eating face time has arrived. So the first NPC that you always want to try to activate the NPCs that are currently engaged first. So we have an NPC that's right here that wants to eat Minerva's face.
Okay, let's put a distraction on him.
Okay.
-1 might, finesse, cunning during this activation.
Okay, and then play your Unseen Peril. And then you're going to play your Unseen Peril on him?
I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so...
Thanks for looking out for me.
Vern plays a distraction on the monster, then he plays an Unseen Peril on the monster. So that's going to be a random peril, and it is 2 successes with might or finesse. Let's see, where's my monster stats? 2 successes with might, so 3 die 8 in might, but then he is -1 because of the distraction. So I need 2 successes here. Need 2 successes, and got him. So the monster gets passed. So I don't know. Do you want to dodge here? The monster is going to roll 3 die 8 to eat your face. Sorry, 4 die 8 to eat your face. Are you going to try to?
And he's rolling 8s, right?
Yep, 4 die 8.
Yeah, let's go ahead and use quick dodge.
Okay, so you'll have what, like 6 die 8?
68, yeah.
Okay. All right, so here is for the monster. The monster gets a 7 and a 5. Try to remember that, boys and girls. The monster got a 7 and a 5. And now Minerva will roll 6 die 8, and she needs to get a 7 and a 5. And she does quite easily. Would you like to move 1 inch away?
Yeah, we'll move 1 inch sideways there.
Okay.
But
Okay, so
and making sure my henchman is still closer to the other monster.
Because that's what's happening right now. Monster activates and it will move in on Taklo. Okay, here we go. Monster is rolling 4 die 8. What are you going to roll, Vern? Are you going to dodge or are you going to fight back?
We're going to fight back.
Okay, so you have 3 die 6 to fight the monster. Monster rolls 4 die 8 to eat face, and face is officially eaten. He got an 8 and 2 6s. That will be removed.
Boy.
The monster is going to remove Taklo's face and wear it as a diaper. Okay, Taklo got a 6. NPCs will always try to cause as much damage as possible, so they do not block. That means Taklo will have to roll a 3 die 6 health check, and the monster will roll a 1 dice health check. 8 for the monster. Oh, the monster is armored.
2d8.
So roll 2 die 8 and take the best one. Taklo's face is officially eaten. And the monster is not injured, and that is
that's just great.
We have recovery checks to roll. Here is for Ujurak. Ujurak is gone. Ujurak is carried off. And now here is for Taklo. Taklo climbs back to his feet. Taklo, do you want to remain in contact with my face-eating monster, or do you want to back up an inch?
He's going to stay in contact.
You bet he is. You bet. All right. This, boys and girls, for those of you playing along at home, we call this the last turn of the game.
No.
This is it. And Vern draws a steady aim.
Just what we need.
I draw a misfortune. Okay.
Great.
All right. Vern, you can win the game right here.
Well, there's hoping. Yeah. Yeah. Water's up to my neck now. I can't handle this. All right. Let's go ahead and deal with the initial peril of being here in the water.
Okay. Here is your peril. The peril for being in my water is 1 with cunning or might. What's it going to be?
Yeah, we're going to use cunning on this one.
Okay, so you have 3 die 10, 3 die 10, and you got it. So you're past the first peril. Then you have are you going to attempt are you going to attempt the plot point?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Okay. Now you need 1 success with cunning. This is the peril. This is the peril. And he makes it past the peril. Boys and girls, this is the last turn of the game. Can he solve the puzzle? Dagon's puzzle is what he's trying to solve here. He's been having a hard time. If he fails this, Vern, all you have to do, no one has ever failed this.
Don't say that.
All you have to do is roll 1 success now. You've completed 2 successes. You're right on the cusp. He's rolling 3 die 10. Boys and
pressure.
Girls, what are the odds that he could actually roll at least 1 success? Easy.
Never tell me the odds.
Lemon squeezy. And he completes the puzzle. It is done. And the sentinels slink back down under the water and disappear
right where they belong.
From view.
Oh goodness!
That was
Yay,
fun.
Minerva!
Yeah, that was cool. So there's a little magic item. The Eye of Dagon is what you get when you complete this dungeon. A lot of these scenarios have a little bonus card that then Minerva could carry around with her for a while to make up for the eye that she's missing. The Eye of Dagon. That was cool, Vern. That was so cool.
All right.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a lot of fun. The room put up a little bit more of a challenge. I think that's kind of the way that scenario goes. I think if you have a hard time in the beginning, it could really make the final room even harder. Let's see. You want to give me a camera? I need to adjust my focus again. Let me go adjust my focus, and I'll be right back with you, boys and girls. That was fun. Did you guys like that? That was a ball.
Yeah.
That was a ball.
There we are.
Boy, I tell you, that came down to it. Last turn of the game. How often does that happen in Pulp Alley? I tell you what.
Oh, more than I'd like to remember. Yeah.
I know. It's true.
Yeah.
Like it oftentimes comes down to that buzzer beating roll, right there at the very end where it's just like grasping it through there. That was crazy fun. I wish I had got a couple, you played it so smart in the early stages, willing to risk Minerva to keep your low level guys alive, because if I'd have got one or two of those guys out of KO'd before you made it to that final room, it would have been a lot different. They actually played quite a bit of a role keeping the monsters off of Minerva, Ramjeet, things like that. So that was really smart. That was good play. And then that was fun. So I don't remember exactly who's next, but I do want to try the idea of setting up a 2-player game with 2 of you. So 2 of you out there, and I don't remember exactly who is next, and I need to go in and check my schedule. I know I need to get Alan Shanks scheduled, and I know we need to get Chris Girardi scheduled, and there's a few other people that have asked to get scheduled, so I need to make sure that they're in there too. Michael Greenhill is gonna take a whirl and see how that goes, and Matt Spence is scheduled. Matt might be next. I don't remember.
He's the 4th.
Oh,
I
it's
think
not.
There's one more in between.
Okay. So lots of fun. Another quick happy Father's Day to everybody. I hope all of you had a wonderful breakfast this morning. I did. So definitely a big appreciation to Bessie and for making it a nice Father's Day. All right. Anything else I'm supposed to go over?
Kickstarter sends out the questionnaire, correct?
Oh, right.
We will have to tell Kickstarter when to send out the survey. But as far as I remember, Kickstarter, once we tell Kickstarter to send it out, then the emails will come from Kickstarter, not from us directly. So it will be a Kickstarter thing that comes to you.
Next? Is it Vaughn next?
It might be. I honestly don't remember. So I would just be guessing at whoever I said. Is it Vaughn? Vaughn, are you on here? Are you next? I can't remember the schedule. I can barely remember, what happened, last 5 minutes. So don't ask me to try to remember.
Who just won this game?
I don't know. This was a ball and a fun scenario to play with just one league, So this is a fun one to do solo. If you have somebody there that wants to play, kind of the role of a game master, then you could kind of have them play the baddies, but it's really hardly even worth it. You could easily just do this solo. It's a fun one to see if you can get through it. All right, Vern, do you need to say howdy to anybody?
Yeah, of course, it was nice to see. I finally get to look at the chatting here and see who is on. So thanks for your support. Yay, Minerva did it.
I think.
And
he says he thinks he's next.
David Lowe thinks he's next. Quite possibly. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I might hit up I might hit up David Lowe and see if he wants to play. I'll need to check and see what the scenario is. So that might be a good opportunity to try to do a two-way. And I think we can do it by setting up a group in Facebook. I'm sorry, yeah, in Facebook Messenger, and actually inviting 2 people to the conversation. And then we should be able to get the audio for both people into the audio for YouTube that way. So
cool.
I might try that, but I'll
That'd
need
be
to
great.
look see what the scenario is too. Thank you so much. This was a ball today. Thank you, Vern. It was a little bit shorter, but we rolled through it. We didn't have so many characters to move, so that was kind of fun. I guess that's all I have for today then. All right, guys. Thank you so much for jumping on here with us. We will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Take care, y'all.
Let's see. End stream. End stream. There it is.